Hello mates, my name is Risk and welcome to SoUnd is ToxIc. It's a game that I found on itch.io. It was made by someone by the name of Ahakuo, and it's a game dealing with harsh subjects. It's a really cool visual novel looking game. It had a bunch of warnings before actually launching it. It had loud sounds, visuals, so epilepsy warning, flashing lights. It also had not suitable for children and also not for people who deal with depression, because this game is supposed to deal around that matter too. So I think we're just gonna launch the game and see what the game is about. From the screenshot it looks really cool and it seems like a lot of work went into it, so I actually want to check out this game and see how it looks like. Here is where the game begins. Well, actually, where the torturing of myself begins. Or touring. This idea for this song I want to make is pretty interesting, especially after I'd repeat the notes in my head all night. I've been thinking it over, ever when I didn't really ever have any sort of liking for dubstep. However, this one song might actually blow up and become viral. I keep telling myself that it would be a mess and it wouldn't be an easy thing in the least. But when I saw the guy on the internet do it in just a few minutes, I was pumped. But still, the touring part makes me anxious. I hope it won't be that confusing for me. It's just drag and drop the right note, right? Simple stuff, and maybe if I become successful in that, I would leave school behind and become a dubstepper. Dubstepper? Is that even a thing? I realize now how long I've been awake. I have to sleep now. Seriously, I don't want to wake up feeling dead. I don't know why I always do this. I always promise myself to sleep early on, but it never works. I always find something to keep me busy for some reason. And this time, it was thinking about how my music would sound. I close my eyes and wish for a fulfilling sleep. Or dubstep. Wub 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 wake up. That's the dubstep of waking up. Is the sun already up? I turned on my phone, which had a soft light in it, illuminated some of my room. The screen thankfully didn't burn my eyes from the brightness. It's 4 minutes. Yeah, okay. I look at the clock and find that it's 6:04. What the hell? Did I ever even sleep? That didn't feel like a long time. Huh? Seems gonna be hard thing to understand. Feeling quite out of it, I try to move the bed sheets off, but the cold had sheeped in and enveloped around my legs, making me put the sheet on again. This warmth is sacred. Why do I have to leave it just when I begun to enjoy it? Thoughts of skipping on school sweetened inside my head. What should happen though? I really ought to think carefully on this. I guess skipping today won't hurt, but I really have to stop being such a kid. I have a responsibility now and I can't treat it like this. But I think I should save the game, so I'm gonna make the right decision. Isn't like my mom gonna wake me up if I actually sleep it off? I mean 6 a.m. Jesus Christ, do you actually wake up 6 a.m. to school? Jesus Christ, wake up. Oh, what the hell? It's always been cold anyway. That's right, you can get the warmth later. And who knows, maybe I can ask Blue about the whole music making stuff. She's the best at it after all. I've always seen her in the music classes, even the ones that aren't in her own schedule. She definitely must have some idea. Although, the stuff she practices aren't exactly dubstep, but she has to know how to hit the right notes and stuff, so I should actually talk to her. Oh, what? It just skipped. And I don't have an option to also go back and look at it. No, she won't answer. Maybe she won't. I don't know. Maybe I can try. Call Blue? Why would you call Blue? Didn't you want to meet up with her with school? I mean, sure. Call Blue. I grab the phone and swiftly unlock the screen. My finger taps on the contracts and searches through the very small list of people whom I've bothered to add. The recent calls show many numbers that I can't remember, and some of whom I know from the final digits. Am I gonna call Blue? When I look at the number of contracts, I realize that maybe I'm doing it too much. Being distant. Just when my mind had begun to dwell in the idiotic thoughts that maybe I was a freak and had certain unique traits, I recall something. Blue and Xandra. They make up for everything. Of course, we should also count my mom, Viola, but I'm obviously obligated to keep in her when it's barely dialed. Blue and Xandra are my only best friends. Although I've yet to number Xandra, I've talked to her only yesterday in our class, and I had a great time with her. She was so kind to me. But I do recall seeing her bully someone once last year. Maybe she's evolved into some different person now? Bully. We need a bully hunter in here. She also used to bully me, but it wasn't that bad, and I even forgave her for it. In any case, I should try to call Blue now. She's probably awake at this hour, knowing how much she studies and how early she always is. Well, I think she's asleep. I think you maybe should stop, because that's odd. She's supposed to be in the brightest of them all. Maybe I was wrong. She perhaps isn't in the best sleeping... I got something. A message. It's from Blue and it reads... At school, can't talk right now. Come see me at the in the arts room. I got something to show you. I mean, yeah, she's gonna be in school. I mean, even though you're in school, you actually do pick up if it's not class. But actually, that is odd. Let's find out what Blue is doing. What is she doing there? She's always been about music. I thought Xandra was the only painter around, but maybe she dragged Blue into it as well. Well, now I know where she's been in the time I haven't seen her at school. I guess I have to go see what she did now before the school day begins at 6:55-ish. I might be pleasantly surprised. I slide off the bed and hop off to the light switch. Where is it? There it is. I really ought to be used to this room. My previous one was similar, but different in so many ways. By the way, guys, if you want to see more of this game, let's shoot for 200 likes. As long as there is support in this series, I'll just go ahead and continue it. So, did you leave a like on the video? Cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. The light switch is an example. And the heartful bed which I would gladly throw away for a new one. For all I care, napping slumped over a chair would be tons more soothing. Anyway, I'm about to sneeze. Now to get into my clothing, my rusty hoodie and the amazing red jeans. It's quite honestly the only best thing I've ever had gotten from my mom. She never spent that much time with me, nor the money for my wardrobe. But she's my mom at the end, and I gotta be humble and accept for her for who she is. I lean to wait. Oh, ow! What is this? My bones hurt like hell. How did I even sleep? It's always like this, but with weekend mornings it never hurts. Maybe I need to lay down a bit. After all, it's not like I'm going back to sleep again. No, never. It's get up from bed and sleep shall rise away. I find the table position in front of my bed and put my feet on it before dropping back to my bed. Oh, look at that. Wait, how do I make the screen disappear? If I want to take a screenshot for a thumbnail, maybe? Whatever. That's better. Gosh, I hate having to go to school today. She keeps keeping lines of dialogues. I can't read it. You guys can, because you guys can stop the video. But yeah, she looked like one of my friends that I actually know. I better not make this long, or I may accidentally sleep in. You're gonna sleep! Damn this day, I really wanted to sleep! Well, I guess Blue might cheer me up and awaken me from my slumber. She has always been like that, my complete opposite, always there to make up for my awful attitude. When I looked down, she would usually smile at me and all my depression would leave. Does she have depression? She really means much to me. I wouldn't be able to attend one day without her. I suddenly begin to think of something that I've always feared. What if she moves? It would be the worst thing ever. But who comes in the end? I can still move too. A sudden weak smile warms my face as I sigh in relief. She wouldn't leave me either. We're bound by fate. I should move. I guess my back has had enough rest for now. I'll rest more later on the table at class. That's my girl. I lean to grab my jeans again, and this time my body hurts less. I then took the hem of my hoodie, threw it over my head, and then pulled it down as my head popped out and on the other end. What's that smell? I smell bullshit! Oh, I bring my nose closer to the hoodie right side and yeah, needs to go to the washing machine today, me included. Let's just get the day over with. I take my stuff, the phone, headphones, and my keys. I turn off the lights and AC, then begin to run down the stairs where I find my mom. She may be sleeping still. I guess I'll have a breakfast at school. The door bottom shows a cold sun seeping through with a crippling cold. I gather my strength and head out instantaneously. I love that loading screen. This is just like chilling. Alright, we arrived at school. I think that deserves a save file. I arrived at school to find it quiet and serene. I can only hear the calming sounds of early workers who sleep here, sounds of mundane activities that can produce a nice atmosphere for the listeners. Bless them for having to wake up this early. If I was in their shoes, I would rather strangle myself. I remember Blue telling me that she's in the arts class. I wonder what would make her not want to talk over the phone. I took a head towards to the end of the hallway to find a sign that says Arts Room at the very last door to the right. I put steps ahead, trying to maintain a quiet sound so as not to alarm Blue that I'm here, because I do not plan on barging in on her in the action of painting. Maybe she's doing other action. I couldn't have ever imagined seeing her in this room. That's why I want to see her painting before she sees me in there. If she does see me, she will stop and walk to me like she always does, which isn't what I want to do. I like to do. I hate having to interrupt someone's work, especially when they're creating an art piece. I guess I know this because I have heard it from my mom before. Something along the line of, the mood is in the moment. Something like that. Anyway, I'm ready up before barging into the room. I don't want to scare her though, so I'll open the door a bit gently. I don't see anyone. That's actually a very nicely looking room for, sorry, it just looks nice. The graphics. Where is she? I whisper. Blue? Blue? I look to my right and find Blue messing around with boxes of paint, and even though it's quite the mess, she doesn't seem to be tainted by any of the colors. She stands up and walks to me promptly. That's Blue! This face makes me brighten up with joy. Lolliot, I've been waiting for you for so long. Really? It wasn't long, you always emphasize things. So, if you're this free messing about in here, then why didn't you answer my phone call? Well, I just didn't want to pick up the phone. I'd like to text more so very soon. Anyway, I just did something. I got into art! What? Really? You now paint? You're a painter? Yes, and I'm apparently a master at it. I could do something really interesting. She speaks with a lot of enthusiasm that I wonder where she gets it from. That's very surprising. When did you start? Yesterday. Seriously, you better be joking. You can have that much skill if you're just started. But that's what's awesome. I could actually draw very good right from the start. It's like I was inborn ability that just woken up. Blue just seems to have something going on all the time. I wonder what makes her like me. I'm just stupid to even think of these things. But maybe if I can ask her about the music stuff, she'll remember some things from her classes that could be useful. Well, that's very cool. But is it okay to ask? Do you... Well, yes, I do. You see, the human brain can remember multiple things at once. Blue, you're a little suspicious. Evidence number one is to know what I'm about to say before I'm even able to say it. Suspicious. You know, when the brain first takes the info, it starts to process it with a lot of power. This is called Fortnite. Oh, wait for it. Oh no, she's going to explain her life is a game theory now. Oh no, I won't be able to stop her now. Welcome to game theory! Oh, saving the game. Yes, now, what do? You save the game. Is it one of those games that if I'm gonna load back, I'm gonna be able to correct her? Yeah. Saving the game or some stuff like that. Her voice fades into the back of my head before I heard what else she was about to say. How many times have I heard this? The brain, the blah blah blah. What? It doesn't matter that much anyway to listen to it again. It's not like she will say something different sometime. Her cute, soothing, elaborating voice is just making me sleepy now. And while I know I am not a good friend to ignore her like this, I just can't keep up with this lecture-like talk. Hey, you there? I'm here. Don't mind me. I was just saving my video game. You were tired from that, weren't you? Wait, what? You mean the explanation of the human brain? I would never. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to fade out. It's just that I've heard it too many times. You should know that reciting info is quite important. Oh boy. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, so about the music stuff, is it possible for you to I don't know how to pronounce that. Tutor me about it? Tutor you? What do you mean? I was thinking of making a dubstep song, and I know that you don't have anything to do with dubstep. You're so funny, Lolo. Wait, what? Lolo? What the F? Please don't be serious. That name is a curse. And why the hell am I funny? Remember how last time you were trying to make a game? I remember how it was. I was aspiring to be a video game dev, but it didn't work out because I needed a pretty hefty budget. Of course, that would mean the project was one of the ambitious ones, and it definitely was one. It was supposed to be a role-playing game set in an outer realm. I don't want to drift off and forget about my current aspirations, though. Well, yeah, I remember. Why would it be funny? You keep changing your goals and leaving the old ones undone. I have to disagree with you. Objection. The other stuff I didn't do weren't just left. I just couldn't complete them because I didn't have the resources. Huh. Isn't that what you... hold on. No, I didn't say all of these things that many times. She's so right. Why do I always say these things? Was there ever a scarcity of resources? Blue smiles and looks me in the eyes. I can tell that she perhaps has read into what I was thinking and now knows that I was wrong. Well, maybe I did say those things a few times. Not always, though. It was mostly the... Don't lie! Admit it! I'm your friend, so it won't matter much what I think. You can trust me. You can lie as well. I won't judge you anyway. Just practice being more carefree with me, dummy. Blue has always had this weird shift in her attitude. Once she would be very cute and adorable, acting stupid and trying to look less smart to others. But when she suddenly puts you on the spot like that, you kind of ask yourself, how can it be that even when I'm older, she seems to be superior to me? But this doesn't concern me at all. I still like her this way, so I can be the mother my mother has never been. So I can be the mother my mother has never been? And I can try to learn from the younger ones without feeling insignificant. What should I be like? Well, just return back, okay? You're right, okay? Fine, I admit my fault. I'm not perfect, okay? Okay, screw it, and screw you. Oh, she did say that. I always do this, but hopefully this is the moment of truth. Is it the moment of truth? And I will tell you that you need for this new interest. Oh my god, thank you so much. You're the best. But seriously, I want you to be sure that this is what will turn my life around. All it takes for you is to tell me the basics, and I will practice the stuff I need tonight. I'll even skip school to try. Oh, don't skip. It's okay. No need to rush dubstep. It's art. But I won't let you. I will give you a few hints on the way during the day, so you won't have the full touring package without spending the whole day with me. Jeez, I guess maybe. Great. How about I give you the first chapter of the blobbish tutorial of the right tunes? Maybe I can sell the name on the web. Okay, guys, I hope you are writing this down. We're gonna be making dubstep after this, and we're gonna be wub masters, because wub is dubstep. Do you agree? Well, I guess I'd recommend it if you were a professional. What's wrong with her? I'm not a professional? Oh, I didn't mean it in a bad way. Look, I don't even know how good you are. At least show me you're excited. I jump fakely in excitement. I'm super excited! Thank you! Now I'm hyped! That felt very awkward. Why do I do this? Cute doesn't fit me. That's very good. I need you at full energy. Okay, so when do we begin? How about I continue doing my new art so we can talk about it later? I haven't finished it yet. It may take longer than a few days, but that isn't a problem as long as it comes out neat. So you still haven't done anything? If so, then how do you know you were pretty good at it? I'm always good. I think I caught her red-handed. I just assumed. Sorry for lying. That's new. I've never seen her messed up like this. But seeing it happen at the last is quite fun. She seems a lot more adorable now. In fact, I believe she maybe like saw the future, that she's good at it, and she's like, oh, she shouldn't be know that I'm able to go in the timeline of the game, so I'm gonna lie to her. Or some, I don't know. Get caught in a lie, dummy. It's okay, this just makes you a lot cuter than before. Now she's red, you don't say that. Wow, her cheeks are too red. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm only your friend. I didn't mean to make you too shy. It's okay if it's me, by the way. You shouldn't feel awkward from a comment as such. It's like telling somebody they shouldn't be offended by something. But if they're offended, it doesn't matter. Because like, they're already offended. Doesn't matter if they should or shouldn't be offended. I mean, if it were from someone else, then it would make a lot more sense. No offense. Yeah, there you go. It's fine. Thanks. I think she likes Lolite. Lolite? Like a small lolly? Lolite is a small lolly, right? Lolly? Lolite. Okay. It's fine. So, should we sit and do your paintings? Yes, let's go! It's free over there by the easel next to the window. That's a nice place. Okay, let's go. We both walk towards the easel by the window and sit at the two chairs in front of it. When I first saw how the chairs were, I wondered who was sitting next to Blue, or if she had that other chair to rest her legs. And then I remembered that it must have been Zandra who was sitting there, seeing how she is a painter as well, and Mary have been giving Blue some tips. Oh my god, dude, the burp demon, all of a sudden, just came back. When I sat down next to Blue, I saw her canvas and found a warm color that, even when obstructed and unfinished, was good enough the figure of a woman turning around to see what was behind her. It was very impressive, and I thought Blue wasn't lying when she said she could draw straight from the start. Maybe she actually can. I leaned in closer to the canvas with consideration of Blue's arm movement area to let her feel at ease. Here, just get a bit closer. Okay, that's perfect. Wow, this is impressive, Blue. Ah, thanks. I started on it yesterday, like I already said, and you won't believe it, but Zandra was the one that got me on the way. Knew it. That was very surprising. Was she hard to talk to? What do you mean? I mean, was she channeling her inner bully in some way? Oh, that. Nope, she was very nice and welcoming. I even found it odd myself. Yeah, I've seen how she was with me yesterday. It's like she found herself or something. Blue giggles, and then a moment of silence follows. I sit there anxiously looking at her working and feel as though she would make a mistake, but each time it felt like the drawing just became prettier. Blue swipes her hand through the canvas like a pro. She has a calm voice when I'm next to her, and it's like she's a completely different person. The sound of her breathing is very steady. Her hands almost feel too controlled and haven't the slightest shake, and the wonderful lines she makes with every stroke are unreal. Have you ever even drawn when you were a kid? She turns to me and smiles. I can't recall. It felt as though she wanted to keep talking, but instead pursued her lips as her focus shifted back to the painting. So I'll just make a line here. Wow, that's awesome! How can you know where the lines connect and stuff? It comes from my imagination. It just seems easy. Maybe you can give it a try? Yeah, that would never work. Besides, I have dubstep to make. Suit yourself. Anyway, what was it that you needed about the music? I can help, but I'm not a professional at it, just so you know. Well, what I want is dubstep, and so I need to ask you about the beats and drops. If so, then ask away. Dubstep should be easy though. Really? I thought it was harder than classical. Harder than classical? No. With classical, you make sure to add the right tunes that can somehow convey a story. With dubstep, you can just place beats here and there and it all becomes out generic. That can't be right. It's not generic. There are some that are quite good, in fact. I won't disagree. I know there are a very few that are somehow good, but it's mostly remixes of electrical sounds that just blow up your ear. However, you never know what you will do. Your beats might come out special, and it may, in fact, turn your life. I really hope that it becomes good for me. I really hope too, otherwise we're in a little bit of a big trouble. But in the back of my head, hey, sorry, what? What did you want for the sitting? I'll only answer one thing. I won't talk about everything now, so that I don't skip school. She turns with a surprised face. How did you know? I'm a mind reader, mind you, and also you told me. She outright told us anyway. See what I did there? Her blank face tells me nothing. Never mind, it sounded better in my head. When I said that, I've expected her to laugh or turn a gaze, but she still stares at me. Blue? Ha! Did I scare you? Yes. Oh my god, what the hell? You scared the soul out of me. Very sorry. I just wanted to make a light here. Anyway, what was it that you needed? And remember, just one question. I gather myself after the shock and then look at her. She's back to painting and it's no longer looking at me. Such inconsideration, I almost died. But whatever, I just need a question answered. She says only one question, but that's literally all I have, just one. I don't know what exactly I should be asking about. It's only one question. How do I choose the best beats? I thought it said how do I choose the best rests. I want to play more. It seems like almost Doki Doki Club where you just have to play it a bit and then like shit really start hitting the fan. I think I just got demonetized for saying that. Anyway, I would like to thank my Patreons for supporting me on Patreons. These beautiful people right now you see on the screen support me through Patreon and help me keep the channel running. And just thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and helping out to keep the channel running. And if you guys want to see your name among those beautiful people and you want to help me keep the channel running as well, there is a link, a card info on the top right corner of the screen. Click on it and you'll go to my Patreon page. Please check it out and see if there is anything you'd like there. You can get cool rewards for pledging. Just see if there is anything you'd like, and even if you end up supporting with $1, I would really appreciate that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you to my Patreons. Turn with likes if you'd like to see another episode of SoUnd is Toxic. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see all of you in the next time. Bye-bye.